Good morning, everyone. My name is Jeevesh Sharma, and I'm from RIMS International School and Junior College. My center number is IN518, and my candidate number is 0011. So, my topic is industrial pollution. My colleague Hiba have already explained the effects and causes, and so I'll be concentrating more on the solutions and how technology is helping in aiding it. Okay, so what is industrial pollution? According to an article by Industrial Pollution 101, it is the undesirable outcome when factories emits waste and they just throw it inside the environment via means of air, water and land. Next slide please. The first picture shows how air is getting affected. A huge immense amount of smoke from chimneys of factories just goes into the air and it increases the global warming levels of global warming to a high level. The next picture shows factories producing chemicals. They just dump all the waste inside the water bodies. Now rivers and streams, they all meet other big water bodies and therefore oceans get affected like a huge water body. So this picture sums up the act of eutrophication. Now what is happening is here that chemicals which are just being dumped inside the water bodies, what is happening? Algae, this is helping the algae form on the surface, which is therefore blocking the light which is entering inside the water, which is helping the plants and fishes to grow. When the light is getting blocked, plants die and therefore the fishes also die since oxygen is not getting produced. The second picture shows how due to industrial pollution the lifestyle of the people is getting affected. People in China have to wear protection masks due to airborne diseases, to prevent airborne diseases. Okay, so these are the statistics. The first statistics show a pie chart. Now this pie chart shows that 51% of greenhouse gas emissions are just due to industries. The second picture shows this is a factory, a place called Mayura in Sri Lanka. This factory is built inside a forest. It's a tea factory. What this does is that the waste, the dirty withered tea leaves, they are just thrown inside the forest. And what is happening is that this causes soil erosion. Rains come, they just wash away everything and therefore soil gets eroded. Next slide. Okay, so these are the statistics which show the amount of water pollution, how chemical producing factories are affecting the water in the United States. As I can see, chemical industries give like a 9% contribution to water pollution. Next slide please. Okay, so these are the deaths due to air pollution. China is highest in deaths with a 953.7 million deaths due to air pollution. Now as you all saw in the pie chart, 51% of the greenhouse gas emissions are just due to industries. Therefore, 51% of the deaths due to air pollution are as for by greenhouse gases. So 953.7 million deaths. Imagine 51% of 953.7 million deaths are just due to industries. Next slide. Now technology has gifted us with many devices which can actually aid the problem of industrial pollution. The first picture shows a device which is called as an air purifying billboard. This is like a huge billboard. It is used in Spain and it is actually, this device should be actually used in other parts of the country. Now what this device does is that this is a huge billboard and it actually filters the air which enters it. A huge billboard with a large surface area, air enters this billboard and the fresh air leaves the other side. The air gets filtered. The next device is called as a smog free towers. Now this is like a huge 7-meter tower. What this does is that this also filters the air, but this is even more beneficial. What is happening here is that water gets filtered and air gets filtered and clean air is removed outside. But what is happening is that carbon is produced due to some chemical reactions while filtering the dirt. So when the carbon is getting produced, we can make more diamonds out of these carbons and therefore more devices as such can be made. Next slide. More solutions. This is called as a photosynthesis bike. Now the frames of this bike are made such that it generates oxygen with the process of photosynthesis. Now when a person is riding this bike in broad daylight, the sunlight is actually captured with the help of these aluminium frames, and with some chemical reactions oxygen gets emitted out. And also there's a filter right at the handle. What it does is that it again filters the air. While a person is riding this bike, the air gets filtered and clean air is given to the rider. The second device is called as the clean air bubble. Now as the name suggests, a bubble, this actually puts you in a bubble of clean fresh air. Now it works on electrical technology. what is happening is that you keep this by your side, you switch it on, and by time it'll actually surround you in a bubble of clean air. Now with amplifications to this device, this device can also cover huge areas like parks and a classroom or something. Okay, so this is called as a Great Ocean Cleanup project. This is a device which covers a huge perimeter of water. Since the name suggests Great Ocean Cleanup, what it does is that it covers a huge perimeter of ocean or water. The borders of this thing, the borders actually filter the water. It takes the dirt inside and leaves the clean air outside only. And it also gathers the plastic which is actually thrown inside water bodies. And this device, this project is performed in many parts of the ocean like Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean. The second device is called as the Mari Drop water purifying discs. Now this is a disc which actually purifies water just by getting immersed. If you put this disc inside a beaker full of dirty water, within seconds that beaker will be completely purified. Next slide. Now for the landfills, this is a project. This is called as a gasification system. A huge amount of waste is dumped in landfills. The solid waste still contains a lot of energy. Now this energy can still be used with the process of the gasification system. What happens is that you see this chamber. This chamber is where you put the solid waste, and with some chemical processing, gases like carbon and hydrogen are given out. These substances help a lot in replacing the natural resources. For example, hydrogen fuel cell can be used as a replacement for the natural resources. Next slide please. This is my bibliography. Thank you.